number 2. Okay, so again, good afternoon class, no? So we're solving linear programming model, okay, using graphical method. So I asked one of your classmates to explain to the class. Okay, you're now solving letter B of your offline C2 class type. Okay, so Jen Kalimas will explain to us. Okay, Jen, can you explain? So this part is given. Okay, the first step, Jen. Ano gani yun, Jen? You need to. Nandiyan pa ba siya? Wala na. Nawala na siya? Okay. Jen, magsalita ka lang kapag nandiyan ka na, Jen, ha? Okay, so first step is to label, okay, which is correct. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. So after that, okay, you need to plot these constraints, okay? In plotting the constraints, okay, first assume that all inequality, okay, will be equal, okay? Okay, this will be equal. Equal. Jen, nandiyan ka na, Jen. Nawala ka pa rin. Hindi mo na lang pindutin class pag wala yung classmates. No? Baka problema talaga sa internet, no? Okay, equal na ito, no? So that's the next step. Now, after that, for each of the constraints, okay, you need to solve for the intercepts to get the ordered pairs, okay? So this is correct, okay? To get your x sub 2 intercept, you let the other variable equal to 0. Okay? After that, you substitute doon sa ating equation, okay? So x sub 1 is equal to 0. Okay, this will be cancelled. So for x sub 2 is equal to 40. So to get the value of x sub 2, you need to divide both sides by 4, okay, to be able to get x sub 2 is equal to 10. Now we have now the first ordered pair, 0 at saka 10. Now the next intercept is to get x sub 1 intercept, okay? So you let x sub 2 equal to 0. So substitute, okay, dito sa ating equation. So 10x sub 1 plus 0 is equal to 40. Okay, to get the value of x sub 1, you need to divide both sides by 10. Okay, so the answer is x sub 1 is equal to 4. You have now the second ordered pair, 4 and 0. Okay?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
Nagtawag pa yung mama ko.
Okay, okay lang, Jen. Okay, nasa ano na tayo, Jen? Nasa number 2. Okay? Can you
Ah,
explain, Jen?
so, just like what we did in number 1, we will look for the intercepts of equation 2 and 3. So, in order to do that, let's just equate it first na let x1 into 0. So, pag substitute natin si x1 sa 0, magiging 0 plus 6x squared equals 24. And then, in order na maiwan yung x squared, ay, x sub 2 lang, i-divide natin into 6 both sides. So,
So x sub 2 will become?
sir, 24 divided by 6.
Okay,
And
is
then
equal
the
to 4.
intercept will then become 0 and 4.
Okay. The
So,
ordered pair, no? Ordered pair
ordered
is
pair rather.
0 and 4. Okay, next please.
Then next, we will do the same, but we will let 0 be equal to x sub 2. So, magiging x1 plus 0 equals 24. So, since 0 man siya, wala tayong gagawin. X sub 1 equals 24. So, yung ordered pair is 24, 0.
Okay,
So,
very good.
next, equation 3. So, just like what we did a while ago, una kay gawin nating x sub 1 equals 0, then maging 0 plus 2x.
Okay, nawala ata siya. Okay. Just substitute the value x sub 1. Okay, tama
Hello,
ba dyan,
sir?
no? Okay.
Nawala,
Continue.
sir?
Yes, just continue, please.
So,
Jen, intermittent, parang putol-putol ata yung signal, no? Ano na lang, ako na lang, Jen. Okay, so after the same procedure, okay, actually you're solving for the intercepts, no? If you let the other variable, okay, equal to 0, you're solving the intercept of the other variable. Since we have only two variables here, okay, in the Cartesian plane or the graph, no, we have the y-axis at x-axis. Remember, in this method, we let x-axis equal to x sub 1, okay? And we let y-axis equal to x sub 2. So if you let x sub 1 equal to 0, you're actually solving for the y-intercept. Okay, klaro class ha? So in this case, you are solving for the x sub 2 intercept. Okay? Now to get the value of the x sub 2, okay, just substitute. So x sub 2 is equal to 7. Now you have now the first point or the ordered pair, okay, 0 and 7. Okay, the same procedure, okay, since you are letting x sub 2 is equal to 0, you are solving for the x sub 1 intercept or the x intercept, okay? So just substitute the value, you will get x sub 1 is equal to 14. Okay, so you have now the ordered pair 14 and 0. Now you have already 3 pairs here of points. You can now proceed in plotting the lines, no? So this is very good. She labeled, no, the lines, no? Okay, the first pair of points 0 and 10 and 4 and 0. 0 and 10 somewhere here. 0 and 10. Okay, dito pala, okay? Yan. Then you have 4 and 0. Okay, connect the 2 points. Okay, correct. She labeled 1. Correct. Okay, next. Constraint number 2, you have 0 and 4. I think this one, no? 0 and 4. And 24 and 0. Okay, this one. Okay, you have 2 points. You connect. Okay, very good. That's correct. She labeled 2. Okay, tama. Next. Number 3. Constraint number 3. You have 0 and 7. Okay, ito. And 14 and 0. Ito. Okay, you connect the 2 points. You label this as constraint number 3. Okay, yan, label niya. Okay, so we already plotted all the constraints. No? So the next thing that you need to do is you go back with the original problem. Okay, you go to the inequalities. Constraint number 1, it says here, greater equal to 40. Okay. Para mas mapadali yung analysis nyo, kapag sinabi nyo greater equal to 40, okay, kasama ba ang 0? Obviously, kapag greater equal to 40, hindi. Okay? Klaro ha? Hindi. So in short, ang constraint number 1, ang kanyang direction is towards to the right. Okay? Klaro? Hindi dapat kasama si 0. Okay? So next. Constraint number 2 tayo is greater equal to 24. So it should be greater 24, 25, 24 point something above, no? Or 24, eksakto. Okay? Yan yung value. Yung next question, kasama ba 0? Okay, hindi. So in short, balik tayo dito sa drawing. Number 2, okay? Maybe we can say, okay, upward, no? More on ano siya eh, pa-flat siya, pa-horizontal siya, no? So, ganyan. Okay. Wait lang, mali yung ano na yan. Okay, ito pala dapat, okay? Ayun, maklik agad. Okay, ayan na. Okay? Hindi dapat kasama si 0 in short. Okay? So next. Ang next natin is, okay, less than equal to 14. Ibig sabihin, less than 14, kasama si 0. Okay? So, ito yon. So, let us, okay, put directions, okay, parang to the left, okay? Yung direction niya. Okay, remember, these directions are imaginary, no? May mga maliliit dyan na going to the right, no? This one, up. Okay? May maliliit. Okay? Ito, papunta sa left. I think we will agree na tama si Jen, no? Na dito sila mag-intersect lahat. Okay, remember, okay, para ma-exaggerate natin, may mga maliliit dito. Okay? Diyan. That's constraint number 1. May mga maliliit din dito. Okay? Ayan. Okay? That was constraint number 2. Okay? Ayan. At may maliliit din dito sa constraint number 3. Okay, itong, yan. I think I don't need to add more, no? Klaro naman masyado. Okay, imagine kung saan sila magko-connect lahat ng directions. Okay, kapag sinabi mo dito, okay, hindi magko-connect ang constraint number 3. Okay? Kasi pababa ang constraint number. So, X. Okay? Bawal. Okay? Dito, di din. Kasi hindi magkoconnect ang constraint number 1. Okay? Bawal. Next. Dito, hindi magkoconnect ang constraint number 2. Ano? Not 2. Di, mag-connect dito ang 3. Okay? Hindi mag-connect ang 1 pala. Okay? Hindi mag-connect ang 1. So, bawal dito. Dito, okay, hindi mag-connect yung 1. Hindi magko-connect yung 2. Pero mag-connect yung, nandito lang yung 3. Remember, you can extend, no? Extend the directions. Okay? Dito, hindi din pwede mag-connect yung, dito na tayo ha. Yan. Hindi mag-connect yung 2. Okay? Kasi pataas ang 2 eh. Okay? Ang mag-connect lang dito ang 1 at saka 1 at saka 3. Okay? Pero hindi mag-connect ang 2. Okay? Dito, hindi mag-connect ang 2 kasi pataas itong 2. Okay? Hindi mag-connect din yung yun lang ata, no? Kasi pwede mag-connect ang 3 at saka ang 1. Kasi you can extend the directions, okay? Dito hindi mag-connect again ang 2. Okay? So dito talaga siya magko-connect. Okay, klaro class, no? Okay, linisan lang natin ng konti ha. Okay, medyo maano na siya, nakakalito na siya tingnan. So ito na yung ating visible region. So tama to si Jen. Okay? Kaya lang, hindi i-label, no? The visible solution space, visible region. Okay? Yan. Okay, bakit nandyan? Kasi dyan nag-meet lahat ng directions. Okay? Next, okay, we'll just emphasize, no? Copy and we'll paste. Okay, ito yun. Okay, pwede ilagay ko dito sa asan mo corner points mo dyan. Okay, dito ko ilagay, no? Okay, ito yun, no? So we have 3 corner points, no? So nilabel niya na as A, B, at saka C. Okay? A at saka A, B, C. As you can see, okay, we're looking at the graph. Okay? Hindi mo makita kaagad yung mga values. Okay, tama ba? Makita mo man, you can only give estimation. Okay? Unlike with your, pag sinabi ko, ano itong value dito, you can go back with ordered pair para masabihin ko anong value na dito banda na point or dito. In this case, lahat sila intersections. Okay? Kaya sabi ko kanina, importante na alam nyo, i-label nyo yung line at saka alam nyo intersection. No? At point A, anong equation ito? Okay, Jen, nandiyan ka ba na Jen? Paki-guide na lang ako, Jen. Lihog na lang, Jen.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The intersection at point A is equation 1 and equation 2.
And
Tama dyan, no?
2. Opo,
Okay.
sir.
That's A. That is why, okay, very good. I-label na talaga as A1 at saka 2 because yun lang intersecting. Okay? So, balikan niya ito dito. Ano yung equation 1? Correct. Equation 2? Correct. Okay? At point B, ito yung dyan, no? Intersection is 1 at saka 3, no?
Opo,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Correct. Okay, 10. Then, ito yung the third. Okay? At point C, okay, I think it's very obvious, 2 at saka 3. Okay, very good, 2 at saka 3. Bakit yan? It's intersecting lines, no? There are intersecting lines. That's the reason why. Okay, 2 and 3. Can I just put na lang siguro? Okay na dyan, thank you. Okay, intersecting lines, okay? Paano mo sa ko ang estudyante? Sir, nga ka naman, sir? Kasi yan lang yung intersecting lines, okay? That's the reason why. So after nito, okay, you apply, okay, wala nang question, no, bakit yung equation, no? So you solve for the value of x sub 1, x sub 2 using the elimination process. Okay? So for example, for 1, ang ginawa ni Jen dito is she wanted to eliminate x sub 2, no? So pwede actually, you can choose if you want to use deduction or addition, no? Jen chose addition, tama ba Jen, no? You
Opo, sir.
chose addition, but ang
Eliminate.
i-multiply niya is negative 10, tama? Okay, negative 10. Okay
Opo,
lang yun,
sir.
class, ha? Walang argument doon. Ang rule is that, okay, para uniform, kung balance pa lang equation po, nung i-multiply mo sa left side, yun dapat i-multiply mo sa right side. So, she multiplied negative 10 sa left side. That will give us negative 10 x sub 1. Okay, correct? Okay, negative 10 times 6, that will give us negative 60. Okay, x squared, x sub 2, at x squared, no? X sub 2, okay, is equal to positive 24 times negative 10. That will give you negative 240. Okay? So, after nito, okay, you can already cancel na the first variable, x sub 1. No? So, maiwan, isang variable na lang. Okay? You add, kasi gusto niya addition eh. Okay? So, ang answer is negative 56 x sub 2. Here, you add, the answer is negative 200. So, x sub 2 is equal to 200 divided by 56. Okay? That will give you lowest form ng fraction 25 or divided by 7 or 3.57. Okay? You have now the first value of your unknown, no? X sub 2. Okay? So, x sub 1, x sub 2. X sub 1, x sub 2. Tama, x sub 2. Okay? To get the value, the other unknown, you just need to substitute so any of the intersecting lines. Again, intersecting lines tayo, no? Baka kasi gagamitin nyo yung number 3. Okay? Hindi po pwede. Okay? So, dapat kung ano lang yung nag-intersect. Okay? So, using any of these equations, okay, the answer is 2.58. Okay, so, after that, you go to the table. Okay, 2.58, 2.57, correct? So, after that, you substitute doon sa ating objective function. The answer there is 40.86. You can check na lang if you're not convinced na ito yung answer. Okay, next tayo. At point B, okay, intersection natin is 1 and 3. Ito yung equations natin. So, Jen wanted to eliminate x sub 2. Okay? So, to eliminate x sub 2, ang ginamit niya dito is, ano ba, Jen?
I-divide ko yung 4. I-divide ko yung 4. Opo, sir.
Okay. Okay, parang
I-divide ko yung 4 into 2, sir. Kasi
okay,
diba, sir,
wala tayong question kung ano paano ginawa, no, because I'm used with the multiplication lang palagi, no, the factor that you will multiply, pero wala mga against sa rule ng mathematics ginawa niya Jen, no. Ang ginawa niya, naghanap siya ng paraan para mapareho yung variable, yung coefficient dito sa kabilang equation, which is coefficient niya 2. So pag may isang paraan siya naisip, no, ang inisip ng paraan, why not i-divide mo yung whole equation sa 2. Okay, so pag divide mo yung first equation sa 2, that will give you 10 divided by 2 will give you 5. Okay? 4 divided by 2 will give you 2. Okay? 40 divided by 2 will give you 20. Okay? Nagkataon siguro that kay ganito sakto, no? But it's not applicable in all times in division. Okay? I advise siguro, masanay siguro tayo for multiplication. Pero walang mali sa ginawa mo dyan, ha? Ano lang siguro, nagkataon lang siguro, what if, hindi, in short, hindi siya applicable in all situations, no, yung division. So, yun, okay? So, walang problema. If you want to multiply this by, for example, Jen, other option, Jen, is what? To multiply the second equation, or the third equation in this case, no? By 10, Jen, no? 10, to eliminate x sub 1. Then proceed with the deduction, no? Kapag i-multiply natin itong sa ibaba na equation by 10, okay, that will give you 10x sub 1 plus 20x sub 2 is equal to 140. Okay? I am sure the answer is still, okay, x sub 2 is equal to 6.25. Okay? But she chose to eliminate x sub 2. Okay? So itong ginawa niya. Okay, any question, class? Wala? Okay, try nyo. Multiply this by 10, no? Kung multiply natin itong by 10 sa itaas, okay, itong second na equation sa itaas, ito, x sub 1 plus 2x sub 2 is equal to 14. Multiply natin ng 10, no? That will give you 10x sub 1, okay, plus 20x sub 2 is equal to 140. Then proceed with deduction. So you will eliminate x sub 1. Ang matitira dito, okay, this will become negative, negative 16, no? X sub 2 minus, okay, negative, negative 100. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, ha? So negative 16 at saka negative 100. Okay, so x sub 2, divide both sides by negative 16. Okay, that will give you, I think, 6.25. Tama ba? Plus 100 divided by negative 100 divided by 16. Okay, 6.25. Okay, correct. Okay? So kung yun yung gagawin nyo, okay lang din, no? So, nauna nyo masolve na x sub 2. Then, use this value, substitute to any of the intersecting equations. I am sure you will arrive with x sub 1, 1.5. Okay? I hope naintindihan kahit mabilis ako, class, no? Kasi minsan, paano mabilis ako mag-explain ba? Balikan nyo na itong video, ha? Okay, next. At point C, okay, here, okay, ano yung intersect? 1 at saka 3. Okay? So, ang ginawa dito ni Jen, okay, 2 and 3 pala, correction 2 and 3. Okay? Immediately, Jen, no? Makancel mo kaagad kasi immediately makancel. No need to multiply, okay, doon sa equation natin. Kasi you can able to eliminate x sub 1 directly, okay, by using deduction. Okay? You deduct you deduct these two equations, cancel x sub 1. So may one is x sub 2, okay, na variable, no? So you deduct the coefficient for x sub 2 is equal to, okay, 10, no? You deduct these two constants, no, sa taas. So you can get now the value x sub 2 is equal to 2.5. Okay? After getting the value of x sub 2, you substitute to any of the intersecting, okay, equations. Okay, I'm sure, kahit saan dito sa dalawa, x sub 1 will give you 9. Okay? Now, after that, you go back with your table, ilagay nyo dito lahat ng values. Okay? Now, how to get z again? Just substitute sa ating objective function. Now, Jen, anong pipiliin natin sa tatlo, Jen?
65.5, sir, na Z.
KY.
Kaya pinakamalaki, sir. Maximize Z man yung goal.
Okay. So, klaro yung class, ha? Kapag minimization tayo, of course, pipiliin natin dyan, ano?
Pinakamaliit, sir.
Okay, very
yung
good.
43.
Okay,
40 pala, sir.
40
pala.
Kapag minimization yung ating problem. But our problem is all about maximization. I'm sure this is profit, no? Okay, so these are all solutions to the problem. Pero yung pinaka-optimal is 65.5. Okay? So after nito, therefore, the maximized Z is okay, $65.5 with kx sub 1 is equal to 1.5. Okay? Okay, I will accept this kapag yung ating problem in a given is hindi word problem. Okay? I will stop the recording.